The Legacy Lab is a digital preservation service that the Round Rock Public Library offers to the community to preserve their family histories and other personal documents that are of importance to themselves and to the community. The lab features one scanner for scanning fragile and/or oversized items and photos. The other scanner is for quick scanning standard-sized documents. The scanning equipment was purchased through funds made available by the Friends of the Round Rock Public Library. A lab agreement form must be signed before using the lab for the first time. The form includes other policies not mentioned below. Use of the lab. To use the lab, customers must watch an orientation video, sign a release form, and make a reservation up to 30 days in advance and no less than 72 hours in advance. Users must be 18 years of age or older. Length of a lab visit. Customers may reserve the lab for up to 2 hours per day and no more than twice a month. User liability. The individual signing the lab agreement form assumes all responsibility for damage to the lab or its contents. Should damage occur, the individual will be promptly billed for the full monetary cost to restore the lab to its pre-use state, and the individual's library card will be blocked for all library services until payment in full is received. Liability limitation. All users agree to hold the Round Rock Public Library and any associated partners harmless from any and all claims, losses, damages, obligations, or liabilities directly or indirectly related to the use of any Legacy Lab resources. Saving your files. Patrons must provide their own USB drives for copying converted files. The library does not provide USB drives or hard disk storage for any user, nor will the library store a patron's physical materials or save any scanned files for later transfer, as the lab computer is reset after each reboot and files stored will be deleted and not saved. Staff assistance. Basic information about the lab resources can be provided by staff. Users are expected to know enough about computers and scanners to successfully complete their own scanning, as staff are not available to provide one-on-one scanning assistance. The lab is to be used for the purpose of digitizing personal, family collections or materials of a civic, cultural, or educational purpose. The lab may not be used for commercial or fundraising intents. Copyright law prohibits copying commercially available materials, and violators will lose future privileges. Booking an appointment is available at the Legacy Lab webpage at roundrocktexas.gov/Legacy Lab. The days and times for available appointments may be found on that webpage, and you may choose your day and time from the available appointment times. On the day of your appointment, please bring with you your Round Rock library card, USB storage drive, USB flash drive, external hard drive, preferably with USB 3.0 capability for faster saving, and a drive with a minimum of 16 gigabytes available storage space. Materials you want to scan. Do not bring in materials that have mold or mildew on them, materials that may smell musty or like vinegar. We want to preserve the equipment for all users to enjoy and to prevent the transfer and spread of mold and mildew to materials brought in by other lab users. The large scanner will allow you to scan up to 600 dpi and choose either JPEG or TIFF format for photos. What can I scan? Print photos, letters, documents, scrapbook pages, newspapers, or other similar items. The large scanner can make scans of items up to 12 by 17 inches. How long will scanning take? Scanning will take different amounts of time based on how quickly you work, what items you are scanning, what resolution you scan at. The higher the resolution, the slower the scanning will be. Scanning multiple images in one scanning pass will save time when scanning, but will require time later to edit the scan into individual images, if so desired. When placing materials on the scanner, pay attention to the guide marks around the edge of the scanner glass and orient your item to the corner with the arrow. Use the Plustek scanning software that is loaded on the laptop. Select an appropriate DPI dots per inch for your material. The smaller an item is, the larger the DPI number should be. When scanning images, you may scan up to 600 dpi at either JPEG or TIFF format. Archivists recommend the following file formats for preservation and future access: TIFF or JPEG 2000. Although many photos are JPEG format, JPEG is a lossy format and should be avoided if possible. By default, your scanned images will be saved to the laptop. Make sure you either change the save location to your storage device or transfer scanned items off the laptop to your storage device. No item saved to the laptop will be available to transfer once the laptop is turned off or restarted. Don't forget to scan the backs of photos if they have important information like personal identifications and locations and dates. Now that you have scanned your files and have saved them to your storage device, make sure to save them to your computer. Share them on social media with family and friends, and save them in cloud storage so that you have backup copies in different places in case of hard drive failure or file corruption.